Okay, Mr. Bobo. Okay, Bobo, we've already done a couple. One of the team was late. The one with the camera. But anyway, so we are about to do some chiropractic work. I thought it'd be kind of fun to show y'all what that looks like. So on some of our horses that are showing, the stall's a little iffy, by the way. Hold on. Uno momento. There we go. So some of our horses that are being ridden, sometimes we have some horses with some previous injuries that need help. Sometimes it's good for pregnant mares to just go ahead and have them on a schedule. So I thought I'd show you Bobo getting adjusted. Now he hasn't been adjusted in a long time. We're just starting back with him because we've been riding him more often. So we're gonna see how he likes it. He might not like it. And then he's getting PEMF treatment right after. It just kind of lined up today that they're both doing it on the same day. So let's do Mr. Bobo.
How long's it been since he had his teeth done?
Well, he got his done in March or April.
The right side of his TMJ is a little sore.
Immediately, she said the right side of his TMJ is a little bit sore. Old man.
Come here.
Oh, I'm getting her fingers all up in there.
Oh, yeah. It's better than the other end. Also, the right side of his jaw is sensitive, so I'm getting him to chew for me, and I'm watching the rotation of his jaw to see if it's the same on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
He's
So
a little
I'm
wonky.
going to get him to relax a little bit. He's probably not going to love this, but we're going to. Hey.
Ooh. Does that feel good? You're licking your lips.
He says, yeah, she just stuck her hand in my mouth.
It is funny how like they're so mad sometimes, and then you make a big pop, and then they're just sitting there so calm and licking their lips.
Can you do it again? You're still a little locked up. Hold on, buddy. Oh, did you hear that one?
I heard that.
Good.
We need that's what we need to do, like the chiropractors on TikTok, put the mic on the person and hear the pops.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
That was a good one, Mr. Bobo.
But yeah, that joint's so complex, it just gets really stuck sometimes. Now I am watching and feeling the motion in his back and all of his vertebrae. So if you were at my ankle, you would see that there's an area right here that doesn't swing with the rest of him.
Mm-hmm.
But when I wiggle his tail, look, he wiggles all the way through his head and his ears. But this section right here is really not connected. The whole wiggle just skips this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on some reflexes here. Help him self-adjust his pelvis a little bit, loosen it up so I don't have to crank on him so much. So tickle it. And anytime you're doing reflexes like this, you want to end on the one that's most correct posture. So I always end back here so that we're not leaving him hollowed out. And I just feel. Yeah, see? We unlocked that section really easily after we got him flexible. I know, you're sensitive right here.
He's like, what are you doing back there?
Good boy.
Bobo, you're such a good model.
Can you stand on that foot? So I can kind of tell from the way he's standing, this hip is dropped lower than this hip. So I'm going to have to lift this one up from the bottom. And he will probably lean into it once he figures out what's going on. They like to cock that foot and lean into the pressure. Here it goes. Boy. Ooh. Okay.
Bobo, stand still.
Good boy. It's a lot better.
I wish I knew more about the ins and outs of it so I could be like narrating this, but I'm just watching in amazement too. So I don't know exactly what's going on.
So this is another reflex. Again, the point of this reflex is to make it so that I don't have to crank on their neck as much. Whoop.
You got your pin.
Give me that back. So we let them do some of the work on their own, and it just makes for a lot more comfortable session. Check his pole.
Yeah, his pole, when we were showing him really heavily, it would get out all the time. Lets him relax.
Good boy.
There we go.
Big thoughts? No thoughts?
No licking lips on that one.
No thoughts. And then this is also working on his pole.
Easy.
Kind of wait till he gets right in the right angle. Good boy. It's really funny because it's pretty predictable, just like the foot cocking, that when I do their pole, they like to check it out afterwards. They like to kind of shake their head and stretch it. They'll put their face on the ground.
Whoa, buddy.
Oh, good boy.
Good boy.
Now I'm going to check his shoulders.
Now, they can be ridden like day after, right?
Yeah, and for horses that get this regularly and are used to it, I'm okay with them riding the same day.
Gotcha.
Just give them a good warm-up. It changes the proprioception, so it changes their brain's perception of where their feet are in space. So as long as you give them enough time to warm up and kind of get used to that new feeling. What are you
He's
doing?
talking. He's like, what are you about to do?
Good boy.
I bet that feels good.
And then we just pull the tail, stretch the meninges out.
Kind of gets them all back in line.
Yeah, but
We're
he's all
working on
nice
ya.
and symmetrical back here now. He was
Yeah.
pretty lopsided. Good enough?
That's good for him?
Yeah.
Sweet. Good boy, Bo. We're going to do Annie and Raven. I don't know. We might find somebody else to do too. We'll see. I've already added like 3 horses since she's been here. Annie is probably going to be a bad girl. So Annie with her back legs, we actually just injected her yesterday. She's pregnant, so she couldn't have steroid injections. We did PRP, which is basically where they take her blood out and then like spin it and put the white cells back in. I don't know. I don't know how all this works. Is that how it is?
Stem cells.
Stem cells, things like that.
They spin the fat out.
Yeah.
Fat down, right?
I don't know.
Serum. Spin the serum out.
They do some blood stuff.
I clearly don't do PRP.
They do some blood stuff. I don't know exactly, but they had to do that since she can't have steroids since she's pregnant. So we want to be able to ride her all summer, and she actually gets hock injections every now and then when she's working really hard. So she was probably due for it. But we're going to do some chiro on her. When she was in training up until a few months ago when we decided to breed her, she gets chiro every 6 weeks. So she's very used to it. But she's a bad girl. When she was a baby, you can see there's scars on her back left foot. She got stepped on by her mom as a newborn and had to be in casts for like weeks and weeks after she was born, and hates her back legs being messed with now. So she's just a little special. This is the weirdest thing too. She is the only mare I have that does this. When she's pregnant, this is her 2nd time being pregnant. I was hoping it was a fluke the first time. She acts like a stallion. She gets hard to deal with. Every mare that walks by her, she casted herself the other day. She reared up and flipped over in her stall trying to get to a mare. I'm like, you have nothing to do with that mare. Like, you got no equipment to do nothing about that. So she's weird. So when you started on Annie, what was her issues mostly?
Oh.
She's very asymmetrical. Like her, she's not symmetrical,
Oh,
right?
she's the one that has the EPM and had the really weird hip muscle
Yeah.
wasting. Yeah, it was her left hip that how it was really hollowed out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get over there. I'll look and see how it looks. She looks really good right now from here. She has a
I got told a week ago that she was overweight by my vet.
What?
We had to put her on a dry lot. He's like, because she doesn't get a big pot belly.
She's pregnant. She's
She
running
gets
out of
to
weight.
where you could literally like
Oh, she
poke
get
in
dimples?
like yes,
Dimples?
she's so like fat on top of herself. Like her belly stays up tight, but the rest of her body is just like woof.
So if we look right here, she doesn't like that. She doesn't She doesn't even want my hand up here. She doesn't like that. Yeah. Those are the 2 points that indicate TMJ pain. So we're going back to what we were doing on Bo, and I'll check her mouth and see if we can make that feel a little bit better.
Oh.
Well,
give her a wide berth in the back.
Well, I want to see. Yeah, so she's still got a little bit of a hollow spot.
Well, she hasn't been working either.
But it's not nearly as bad as it was.
She hasn't been ridden but a few times because we bred her, so she couldn't be ridden for a little while. And then when she was back to being ridden, she had an abscess. So then that caused us to have more time off. And now we're trying to get back to it. And then she needed some work on her hind end. So we're just, I think we brought her home in like February or March. And we're just now getting back to being able to ride her.
Hey, don't you bite me. Stop. Quit sticking your finger in my mouth. Ready? It's okay.
Oh.
Look at her eyes. Made you blink. How's it feel? See? All better.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Oh, the ears go back immediately.
Yeah, but she's coming towards me. She's not.
Yeah.
Much different reaction.
I think we bred her March 20th, so she's right at 3 months pregnant.
So, same thing. We're just watching her movement, watching where it stops. It's not really going all the way through her upper cervicals. Looks like right in here somewhere. There's a block in the movement.
She has some arthritis in her neck. And I was told, because I was like doing little cross rails with her for a little while when I had her at home and was just having fun. And we had done something, I can't remember why, we x-rayed her, or what would show arthritis? I'm trying to think. The x-ray. And I think it was up in her neck that she had arthritis. And he was like, yeah, probably don't jump her.
Cool.
Probably make it a little worse.
She also does not like to be pushed on a lot and cranked on a lot. I know that from working on her before. So the more I can loosen up with reflexes gently, the less annoyed with me she's going to get. Yeah, see? She was really stuck right here, and those reflexes just cleared it right up. Good. Good.
Ooh.
Take a half step back. I think I fixed part of what was bothering her too.
Oh,
Hard
you're
to be
so
you?
pretty, girlfriend.
So hard to be you?
Ooh.
Good girl. One more time.
Why do I like the mean ones? I
Go all the way.
don't know.
You're a brat.
That.
Come on. Get all the way. Good girl.
Sweet mama.
I've learned that the mares that get a little snarky, if I keep them really close when I'm under them, I feel a little bit less vulnerable. Good girl. So her poll feels good. Her poll and neck feel really good today. You want to pick her front foot up? One, two, three. Good. That was a little crunchy.
Crunchy.
Yeah. It's crunchy. One, two, three. Good girl. Don't bite me. Just your mouth wide
Yes.
open.
All right, honey.
Here, I'm going to do these real quick. Oh, ooh, her knee popped. Good girl. how stiff she is in this front leg. Oh, good girl.
Do you want to get cracked
All
in
right.
the barn? All right,
That was
Annie
it.
Banani. Perfect. Yeah, I'll go grab Raven. Miss Raven. Raven got injected yesterday, so we're kind of on a mission to get her sound to ride because she's a recent Maribot, but then we really want to like trail ride her and all the things. So hoping a little Chiro will help her too. She's a sweet mare. She doesn't.
She just
seem
got
super-
injected. Her hocks.
Her hocks, just her hocks.
She in full.
Nope.
Anything else?
Okay. That's all I know. I've only owned her like 2 months.
Cool. Don't murder us. So, I also do acupuncture.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of these scanning techniques that I use are acupuncture points that indicate issues. So that all that TMJ scanning that I was telling you about, that's all acupuncture training.
Gotcha.
So it's a little bit of a hybrid. There are different acupuncture points that act as alarm points for different parts of the body. So I use those. And Annie, can we help you? So I use those in conjunction with knowing their muscular anatomy. So sometimes I'm judging local sensitivity and sometimes I'm judging remote sensitivity through alarm points.
Gotcha.
So this scans them for stomach pain, ulcery pain, and she's just itchy. I like to think that if I scratch them when they tell me that they're itchy, they will be nicer to me.
Maybe not kick you or bite you. So far, she's a very sweet mare. Like, not malicious like Annie. Did you notice any, like, when you looked at her from behind, is she
I was
uneven?
about to say, I didn't look at her from behind, but I can see from up here, when she's square, this hip is higher than this hip. So her right side sits higher. Will you take half a step back?
We did not do showmanship.
That's okay. Yeah, you can I have this? Yeah, now we can see it. You can really tell if you look at this point right here, her right hip is higher than her left.
I can see it for sure.
Look how nicely that moves through her neck. Gives her a little head wobble.
Hey.
Her tightness looks like it's mostly right in here. So L6, L7, inner transverse joint area. She is not a sensitive horse. She's loving this entirely too much.
Oh,
and
Raven likes it.
failing to do her reflexes. There we go. That's better. So she's the opposite of Annie.
It's so funny. We just did Annie, and Annie was hateful the entire time, and Raven's loving every minute of it.
Touch me. Touch me, just like that. Ready, girlie? Good girl. There we go. Did you see that hip drop?
I did.
Now look how nicely it bounces. Good. Well, I know. Everybody hates it when I get right here. Good. So I'm always careful to stay off the top of their withers. This whole section of their withers is actually cartilage and not bone. So we always want to be really careful to not damage those cartilages. Good girl.
AQHA.
If you want to get a really good shot of what correct motion in a horse's pelvis looks like,
Yeah.
she's a really good one to watch. So you can watch her from the side and you can watch her from the back. But when I put pressure here, it goes down
I see.
on both sides, and then it comes back up. The coming up is just as important as the going down. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm feeling for.
Uh-huh. That's cool to see.
Yeah. Girl. Okay, you want to do your reflexes up here?
She also kind of makes them work themselves and do it themselves. So she'll go over here and touch them, and then they'll flex their neck themselves without having to crank on them.
They like
Good
it
girl.
a lot better than when I was manually
That was
doing it for
good.
them.
Now we're doing the pole. She's got to relax for her.
So
Relax, Raven.
if you look, she doesn't tip her nose very far forward.
Uh-huh.
So she's really locked there. So
Uh-huh.
she's gonna have a really good pole adjustment.
You're locked up. Let's get it unlocked. Whoa. Whoa. No, I always expect them to be like, so good. And then
She will.
her and Bo are like,
Just give her a minute.
they gave you the side eye.
It's is Bo an appendix too? He's not.
No, he's a quarter paint.
I see that in a lot of thoroughbreds. They hold it in until I like turn away or walk away. It's kind of funny.
I think I don't know exactly what she is. I think she's appendix.
She looks appendix.
Now we're doing her sides. This is also for the pole.
See how nicely she flexes?
Good girl. You didn't need a big crank.
Mm-mm.
A little bit.
A little bit. She's thinking about it. All right. You want to hold her foot? Finally.
Oh, now we were licking our lips. She's been a little stoic this whole time. A lot of the times when you do something that feels really good, they start licking their lips and they stand better for you. She's been a little like, I'm not going to show that I like it.
It's very thoroughbredy of her. Oh, you stretch? Okay. Oh. Hold on. What are you doing? Are you having lots of thoughts? She really likes that. It's kind of weird. Oh.
Raven.
She's like, thank you. Give it back.
Yeah, this is her favorite part, apparently.
Oh. She yawned too just then.
Hold on. Hold on. I have it.
Is she going to be sore with having her hocks done yesterday?
I'm going to be gentle. I'm just going to kind of see what it feels like. I'd say she is sore. She doesn't want to flex that one all the way.
Yeah.
Can I see what this one feels like?
She's blossomed.
Huh?
Just like all the recent mares I've been collecting, like we just treat them like our brood mares, so they're all like blossomed and glossy and gorgeous looking right now, and they're just freeloaders, just doing nothing. She's like, no.
Whoa, there you go. Trying to see if she's really still crooked or if she's just standing funny. Good. No. Okay, good. She's straight. All right. Itchy horse.
Sweet. So we didn't want the video to be 2 hours long, so we didn't show every single horse that we did today. I think we did 6, but now we're ending off. It just kind of coincided today that we were doing PEMF as well. So we do PEMF with a couple of horses a week, Beyonce, Bo. Sometimes we do it on Raven. We've been doing it on her too, but she just got injected, so we couldn't. But Mr. Bobo loves it. He has had such improvement from it. So it's pulse electromagnetic field. I forgot the last word of it, but I mean, Sarah can tell y'all better about like what everything does for it if you want to be on the video. Do you want to be on the video?
Sure.
I just kind of put her on the spot here.
Pulse electromagnetic field is your body's cells are like batteries and they get depleted, and it will put the charge back in your cells to make them healthy. And it'll detox the junk, and it increases circulation, decreases inflammation, increases range of motion, helps with neurological, digestive, all the things. So it speeds up healing time too.
I'm a believer in it. You know, before I was just kind of like, oh, it doesn't hurt, like it helps. And then really seeing Beyonce and Bo's change since we've been doing it really like weekly, it's been incredible, which not every horse needs it weekly. And sometimes once you get them to a certain point, you can like back off of doing it so often. But yeah, that was what today looked like in the barn. I hope you all enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions, and stay tuned for the next one. Is she doing it once a week, or is she doing it?
Jennifer does it once a week, but we're doing it as we can because it's.
That's a lot. Yeah.